Hey everyone, it's your girl Sade, and I just want to say that today we're going to be talking about something that's more on a serious and somber note. I do have a poem for you guys in the middle, so stick around. It's going to revolve around this topic, and I just definitely wrote it from my heart. I'm going to start by saying that we are approaching a year since Donald Trump has been in the White House. And it's been a very challenging year for a lot of people. It's been a year where you question what it means to be an American and just our government and the way it works in general. Recently we've had this whole scandal open up where all these politicians have been accused of sexual assault, some of minors. And that in itself, it should be a huge contradiction to be a leader, one of our leaders, and also who's supposed to promote laws that protect us and serve us, and in the same sentence they violate these other people. You know, they just violate everything that it's supposed to mean to be American, and yet they are still running, and in their party, people are still voting for them. I don't know how. And I just find it very disgusting. So a year ago today, I was pretty much heartbroken once I learned about the election results, as a lot of my friends were, as a lot of my family were. Like, it hasn't been a great time in America for if you're not if you're not what Donald Trump wants you to be, whether it be because you're not the skin color he wants you to be, because you're not a man, because you're not a Catholic, Christian, or whatever it is. If you're Muslim, pretty much, if you're a brown person, it hasn't been the best year for you. And I just wrote this poem because I felt like we all needed to come together across party lines, across whatever culture you find yourself in. We're supposed to be American. We're supposed to be for the free world, not for hate speech, not for violence against others because we don't understand them. We're supposed to all get to know each other and listen so that we can make our country a better place for the future, because that's who we're leaving it to. It's not supposed to be to these old people who are in office making laws. It's supposed to be for us and our children. And I guess I'm gonna go ahead and recite the poem. I named it Mute, and I just want you guys to listen. Now, I can't say that we are voiceless, but our voices have been heard less and less, and unless things change, there will be no peace. Everything will stay the same, as in a cycle, a circuit, a series of events that forsake our sanity, otherwise known as the repetitive nature of history, described as the world sitting on the back of Atlas, spinning and not stopping, spinning and unaware of the sounds that have been echoing for centuries, spinning and briefly flinching at the reminder of its inhabitants. In other words, everything will just repeat itself, and our voices will drown out, unheard, unappreciated, unqualified, unrecognized, too woman, too man, too color, too strong, too religious, too specific, and not enough listening to each other, not enough lean on me. And when you're not strong, I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on, for it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. I spent nights where I can hear my prayers mixing with those who have too much to wish for and only God willing to listen. I sit there singing the same song too, just needing for someone to hear me, and that's when the song echoes. Lean on me, and when you're not strong. But the melody is on repeat, and I can't say it's easy to listen to. But the melody is on repeat, and it's easier to ignore than carry out. But the melody is on repeat, and I'm tired of carrying all this weight. I'm tired of being Atlas, holding the world on my shoulders, and I'm not strong enough anymore. And Atlas says, why can't you hear me? Why can't you realize that I hear all of your cries, but I'm not willing to listen anymore? When will all of the bombs stop? When will all of your children have beds to sleep? And why can't you all be selfless like me? I carry your world, your burden on my shoulders, and I ask for nothing in return. And Atlas says, I am not voiceless, but my voice is useless, for you still do not hear me. And Atlas ends with, it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. And the melody echoes across the world, waiting for somebody to grasp the concept of help when needed and not help for benefit. And maybe That's why it's so hard for America to open her borders. Maybe she realizes that her children, although plump, are too disorderly to help someone else. Maybe she realizes that her children are splitting her into two and marking themselves red or blue, black or white, Muslim or some form of Christian, that her children can't handle the responsibility of helping someone else. They do have their own troubles. Maybe America is just selfish. And for now, that concludes my poem. It is definitely longer, but I'm going to make a separate video. And this poem definitely, it was just how I was feeling when I wrote it, which was a year ago. And I feel like today it's still very relevant, an entire year later. So I just feel like I said, we all need to come together and listen to each other and get over our differences. Because when you focus on what makes us so similar, what makes us all Americans, and how all the shared struggles or experiences that we've had, the differences shouldn't matter in the end.